What's going on, everyone? So Zach Lowe recently talked about Bronny James and LeBron James teaming up and playing with each other first game of the season. So Zach Lowe expects the Lakers to play Bronny James in the first game of the season so that he and LeBron can have a moment together. He's 100% playing in the opening game so they can have a moment together. This was on the Bill Simmons podcast per Zach Lowe. Now, if you recall, and you follow this channel, I have talked about this from the moment that they drafted Bronny James. I said that they'll play him first game of the season, and then he probably won't play much the rest of the way, right? You get it out the way, you have that moment, so that way you can focus on everything else. Bronny can start immediately getting into the G League and developing. We've already gotten the news. Bronny himself has even said that he's spending the season in the G League to grow and develop. Now, I wouldn't be shocked, and I've said this as well, I wouldn't be shocked if he plays a couple games. I think he'll play the first game, right? I'm sure he'll play, the meaningful games. I could see him playing against the Cavs in Cleveland, right? I could see him and LeBron having that moment in Cleveland, right? Sharing the court. Where LeBron came from, all that stuff, right? I could see that. I do think that there will be a couple key moments, a couple key games throughout. I don't think it's just, we're going to play Bronny the first game of the season and that's it. I mean, obviously you'll probably get the G League garbage time, right? Where you see it, Lakers are up or down 30 going into the last 3 minutes or whatever. And then, Bronny and Castleton and all these guys, they'll get, that 3 minutes to run. But I'm talking about actual, in the thick of it game of basketball. I think you're going to get a LeBron and Bronny moment. I think you'll get a 5-minute stretch or whatever where it's just all about them, right? I think you'll get this 5-minute stretch where it's just, even JJ Redick just goes, hey, let Bronny and LeBron kind of have this moment because it's history. Enjoy it, right? Obviously I want to win the game, right? I hope it's not in the detriment of the game, right? I hope it's something where Bronny's at least able to hold his own a little bit out there. I mean, I'm not expecting him to go in the game and just light it up, right? Out the gate, he's him and LeBron single-handedly together, father-son duo, take down the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not expecting that. What a story that would be, right? That would be incredible. What if Bronny is great in that game? Seriously, what if, I wouldn't, if Bronny is great, let's say Bronny James is let's say he drops 15 or something like that, plays some great defense, and he's just really good that game. I don't think that means now you need to play him more, because there is the chance of just the adrenaline, right? The moment. You see it all the time. Guys they just get in this moment, and it's almost like an out-of-body experience, right? And I mean, if you've played sports, I'm sure you've had your own moment, not to, necessarily to the NBA standard, but still, I've been in basketball games where I can't even, I don't even remember playing in the game, and it's just dude, you were this, that. It's just I remember showing up. I remember lacing my shoes up, and I remember driving home, because you just kind of get in this zone. You just get in this zen almost. And it's just, so I wouldn't be shocked if Bronny out the gate is really good, right? I wouldn't be shocked if in that game, I'm not expecting it. It's not something that I would bet on, Bronny's over under point total is 5.5. I'm not screaming bet the over, right? Because he could equally just, I wouldn't be shocked if he's just kind of out there, right? Maybe he throws a lob to LeBron and a transition play or whatever, or maybe LeBron throws a lob to Bronny or something. But outside of that, I think Bronny will just kind of play his role, play defense, lock in. Maybe LeBron kind of creates something where he kicks it out and gives Bronny an open three. Also, I don't know if Bronny will actually play enough in that game to be able to do something like that. But I will say, though, I know a lot of people, like to just trash Bronny and stuff like that, which I don't really get. I don't understand it, right? Bronny's looked good, right? He's putting in the work. The kid has he's been just obsessed in the lab, right? I could understand if Bronny James came in, got on the Lakers, and just was playing Call of Duty all day and just kind of chilling and like living his best life. I'd probably have something to say about that too, but he's not, dude. Every day we're getting new images and photos and this and that of him just intense workouts, working on his game, working on his endurance, working on his defense, working on everything. Like, he's putting in the effort. He is working hard to show that he belongs. He's meaningful. And people forget Bronny was a top 20 player. Before the cardiac arrest, going into USC, he was projected to go, I think it was like Atlanta at like 15th or something like that. It was where, or 17th, was where Bronny James was projected to go before all the cardiac arrest stuff. They also thought, Atlanta was going to be better and stuff. But, so Bronny was expected to go and be a first-round pick. Bronny was expected to be something, right? Like, was he, this superstar, like, oh, man, he's going to be an all-time great prospect? Was he his father? No. But he was still looked at as, one of the better prospects in this draft, that he was a first-round pick. He was a lock at the first round. And then the cardiac arrest thing happened and everything happened, right? And he's working his tail off to prove that I'm still that guy. Right? Like, I'm willing to give Bronny the chance, right? Like, and not even this year, right? Because, people are going to be like, oh, he's a boss, he's this, that. Like, he's 2 players were taken after him, right? Like, again, like, who absolutely had to be taken over Bronny, right? Like, I don't care. I want to see Bronny. Like, if it was anybody else, dude, like, everyone would be talking about how the Lakers got a steal in the second round from what we saw in Summer League. Yeah, he started off a little rocky, but man, he was hitting game winners. He was playing defense. He was doing this, doing that. Like, give the kid some time. Give him a few moments, right? He'll be him, right? Like, but because it's LeBron's son, everyone wants to trash Bronny James and act like he's trash. Like, again, maybe he will be. Maybe he'll be out the league in a couple years. I don't know. But I'm willing to at least give the kid a chance like I would anybody. I'm still excited for his potential. I'm still excited for him as a player like I would be with anybody. Okay? Like, I don't understand why people are so adamant to root for somebody's failure. Like, I just don't get that. It's just, it's weird to me. Like, why would you be actively petitioning and rooting for somebody to fail? Right? Like, people talk about, oh, it's nepotism, it's this, that. All of existence is reliant on nepotism, right? Like, how do you think, like, everybody gets to where they get through help, right? Like, no one just makes it. You don't just wake up one day and you just magically have, $1 million or a CEO position or whatever, right? You need people. Whether you start a business and you create a product, you need people to buy it, don't you? Right? Like, if you start from the bottom, you're the janitor and you work your way up to the CEO. Well, you had to have people recognize you. You didn't just get to walk in and go, I'm the new CEO. No, you had to have people see the potential in you. You had to have the people advance you. Everyone needs that chance. Everyone needs that opportunity, wherever it comes from. It doesn't matter if it comes from LeBron or it comes from, somebody else. The other teams wanted to draft Bronny. It wasn't like the Lakers were the only team that wanted to draft Bronny. Literally, there was constant news that Rich Paul was like working overtime to make sure teams didn't draft Bronny because LeBron and the Lakers wanted to draft Bronny. Right? So he would have gotten the opportunity anyway. And again, like, people like to say, oh, well, he only got the opportunity because he's LeBron's son. If he wasn't LeBron's son, he wouldn't have been drafted. Again, he was a top 20 player in his class. He wasn't a top 20 player just because he was LeBron's kid. It's because he was top 20 player. He's really good, right? Like, did he get the attention and spotlight because he's LeBron's kid? Sure. Okay, I'll give you that. I'm not so oblivious to where it's like he is not benefiting from LeBron. He's absolutely benefiting from LeBron, but he also is putting in the work. Again, he wasn't this like overweight, just hanging out, eating Cheez-Its all day, like doing nothing, and they were like, oh, he's, let him just draft him for that. I mean, again, Giannis's brother, there's entire like Reddit memes and all kinds of stuff about Giannis's brother and how that, but no one cares about that. Why? Because it's not LeBron. It's not LeBron's kid. Right? Like, Bronny's at least putting in the work. He's putting in the effort. He was a top prospect. If it wasn't for the cardiac arrest, whether he was LeBron's kid or not, he would have been drafted in this draft. He didn't solely get drafted because of LeBron. Did he get drafted by the Lakers because of LeBron? Yes. Right? Like, if he wasn't LeBron's kid, the Lakers probably wouldn't have taken him. But they took him because it's LeBron's kid. But other teams, again, wanted to take him. Other teams, the Phoenix Suns, wanted him with or without LeBron. You know, the owner was talking about, like, hey, we don't care if LeBron comes. We just want Bronny, right? We like Bronny. Right? There were several teams that were interested in Bronny. And I'm excited for Bronny's future. I'm excited for Bronny's potential. Again, I don't care how he got there. I don't care what it is. I care about what he does with the opportunity. Plenty of people get opportunity and just squander it. Plenty of people get doors open for them and just blow it. Bronny so far is showing that he has the work ethic. He has the desire. He wants to prove to, I'm sure, himself as well as everybody. Again, if he got drafted by the Lakers and was just, playing Call of Duty all day and just hanging out and living his best life, then yeah, I'd probably be on other people's sides that are like, dude, like, why did the Lakers draft this guy? That's not what he's doing. He's working hard. So, to me, it's just like, give the kid a chance. All we are saying. Remember that song? But anyway, and as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with my points? Disagree with my points? Are you somewhere in between with my points? You rooting for Bronny? Rooting against Bronny? Again, I don't understand why people actively want to see somebody fail. I don't want to see anybody fail. I mean, obviously, within reason, right? Like, there's people that have done some heinous stuff. Yeah, like those people, sure. But I'm talking about, like, just your everyday athlete, player, person, anybody, right? Like you listening to this video right now. I don't want you to fail. I want you to succeed. I want you to be the best version of yourself possible. I want to see you, I'd love back in 2024, I was listening to a video, you're talking about, succeeding and stuff like that, man. Now I'm CEO of Google or whatever. Like, I'd love to hear that, so keep grinding is my point. And I'm glad Bronny's grinding. But anyway, again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.